It's Beer O'Clock on Real Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Guinness and it's a bottle of their Rye Pale Ale coming in at 5% ABV. They've actually stated on the bottle here that they've brewed it with rye malt. Of course they have, it's a Rye Pale Ale. There's a look at the bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. A nice bit of smoke on the opening, look at that. And they seem to have reverted back to their more traditional style bottles here. Beer in the glass then, pouring out a golden amber colour. Little typhoon there in the glass. Look at that. Pretty cool, isn't it? I'm not going to get any more beer in there. That head does want to dissipate. Looks like a Guinness head, doesn't it? Traditional Guinness stout, porter stout, Irish stout. 3 to 4 finger, yeah. A slightly off-white head. Nice levels of carbonation. Slightly hazy beer. I'm quite impressed with that actually. I was expecting this beer to be clear as a bell, but you know. That looks a little bit more traditional, and I like that. That's a good start from with a Guinness beer. It can be very easy for Guinness to produce something crystal clear, but they've chosen not to do that. They've chosen the more traditional looking ale. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, spicy rye. I don't think they've chosen to call it a pale ale. It's probably a British pale ale then, because they've not. Doesn't say American pale ale, but then I read on the back here it says citrusy grapefruit notes from Mosaic and Cascade hops. It's quite earthy. Let's dive in. Cheers. You get a little bit of spiciness from the rye. You get nothing, and I'm just going to be honest, you get nothing from the Mosaic and the Cascade. Absolutely nothing. I don't even think there's any point in saying on the back of the label here that they've added Mosaic and Cascade. It really isn't. I've just drunk a 4.4% best bitter that was hoppier than this. And it's quite metallic as well. I go into each review trying to give these companies a chance. You know, I go into the review level-headed, thinking, you know, okay, they've actually mentioned rye malt and they've added on the back here there's Mosaic and Cascade, so you know it should be promising, shouldn't it? It should be really spicy from that rye, and then it should have a really big hoppy kick on the back end. But it really has none of that, and it's such a shame. What is the point in producing something like this if you're going to be half-hearted, if you're just, you know, going to try to pull the wool over people's eyes? Because I tell you what, and it makes me angry, the more and more people out there are drinking craft beer, great craft beer from the likes of Magic Rock, Colonel, American breweries in Stone and Sierra Nevada, and there's Polish craft breweries, and there's Irish craft breweries where these are based, Diageo, and people know, they know what rye is now, and they know, a lot of people also know, if they're into beer, what Mosaic and Cascade hops are, and they know what to expect, what to have in the flavour. So the more I think about it, what is the point? Just be honest, Guinness, and just say, Guinness, ale or Guinness bitter. Just... it's terrible. It's thin, it's watery. Something with rye malt, and you'd expect it to have a little bit more body. You'd expect some of that kind of hop stickiness to be on the lips. It really gets on my nerves. And why, again, one more time, they're just trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. And they're not pulling the wool over my eyes, not at all. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to tell you people out there, if you're watching this review, don't bother wasting your money. I bet they sat around, I bet they paid some marketing company hundreds of thousands of pounds to come up with this rubbish. And they've gone, whoa, yeah, they're rubbing their hands together thinking, yeah, brilliant, well, this is going to be a best-selling, top-selling ale. The only thing that I initially thought was okay about this beer was the fact that they've, you know, they've made it a little hazy as to not be like crystal clear and look like the other crap that these big companies produce. I reviewed their Hop Bunker 50 Hop House 55 or something like that, and I actually was, you know, I titled the video F off Diageo, don't bother. And I can't do it again, I can't title it again, but I'm just going to put title the video Guinness Rye Pale Ale and just see what you guys think. But honestly, if there's something else on the shelf that's a little bit more interesting than this, go for it. But yeah, I'm not gonna I need to take a picture of it. If I wasn't taking a picture of that, I'd pour it on the bloody sink. It's terrible. Terrible beer, terrible beer. No Cascade, no Mosaic, no real. There's a little bit of spicy rye in it, but I mean, you really got to bend your blooming taste buds round to the back of your neck to find it. It's a very poor 3 out of 10. It's a 3 out of 10 from Real Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.